Everybody, welcome to the After the Show show. Who are those four guys? Well, it's El Divo, of course.
I've loved you guys since the very. I used to put you in on your CD in my apartment when nobody else was home and just crank it.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes, no, you're very talented. All of
Sing
you.
along?
Yeah, well, I try to, but there's no way that I can even compare to the voices that the four of you have. So you've stayed together since the very beginning. I think when you were doing the interview on our broadcast show, you said you only knew each other 2 days before your first CD.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah?
Well,
and you
before
all
we went
didn't
into
even,
the studio
how did you communicate? Because you all didn't even speak the same language, right?
Sign language always. No, but we have a kind of our own language, you know, when... It's funny because when you spend so much time together, I spend more time with the guys than I spend with my own wife, you know, and we just have to look at each other and just eye contact or just a phrase or a word that no one would understand.
Sure.
It kind of, we have our own interaction, our own language, I guess, now.
Right. And back in the day, how many years ago was it that Simon Cowell came up with this great idea? I love the 3 tenors. I want 4 singers.
The idea must be about 10 years ago.
10 years. It's been that long. Because I remember when the CD came out, the original, you were here the next day.
Yeah. Well, our CD came out 7 years ago now, our first one. But it took him a very long time to find the 4 of us. Yeah.
Has anybody ever made the comparison that you were kind of created for the stage, much like the TV show The Monkees was created to put a musical act together on television?
Well, I think there's a little bit of a difference between us and the Monkees.
Yes.
From what I understand, the Monkees did not actually perform their own music initially.
What? I
That's
didn't
what
know
I heard.
that.
I heard this. It's well before my time. But
Hey, they're the Monkees and they weren't singing?
Yeah, but
A little Milli Vanilli?
Exactly. We'll do it's all mime. It's no, but it's really no different than putting together an opera where you cast the soprano, the baritone, the tenor, put them all together. They get a week of rehearsal and then do a show.
And almost all of you
You're
were
right.
classically trained, right? So, I mean, you came, well, that's okay. Yeah, but you...
He's the only
so,
alien.
I'm the only of the village.
So you were talking about this interesting crossover now that's happened in culture, and I love to see it. I was a classical musician, and many times in America that's not honored as much as it is in Europe. So the idea of the crossover has become so much more popular, right? So you're singing popular musics still with some classics.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's great because we hope that we can open the door to a lot of people to actually listen to classical music because the classical repertoire is so broad and so beautiful. And a crossover just falls in between the cracks a little bit, so people have got a bit of difficulty in naming it. But I think it's music is easy listening, you know, it's very approachable. And
So you're going to do a number for us right now that is not historically a classical number. It's a Chris Isaak number, right?
yeah, but that's what we do in general, yeah.
You take a hit and you El Divo-ize it.
Exactly.
Exactly.
But we also have original songs, to be
Sure.
honest, that I'm really proud of, like Senza Parola on this latest album, that are exceptional. But it's true that to make it more accessible to everyone, sometimes we just try to find a song that everyone knows.
All right. You ready?
We're ready.
Cool.
So the
You're
Wicked,
there.
right?
Wicked
Wicked.
game.
Wicked came.
All right, we're out of the way. El Divo.